Hello, everyone. I am just doing some administrative work here. For the people that are new, welcome to our session. Um, this is Tongren Distance Healing, which means from this location outside of Boston, Massachusetts, in Quincy, I'm actually going to give healing sessions to people all over the world. So people will receive, in some ways, a transmission or a connection to the collective unconscious that joins all of us. The morphic field of Tongren, all of those things from myself, Joseph Lucier, a practitioner of about 25 to 30 years. And people can put in their requests. People can put in their request on the website, anusawellness.com/weekly, or write and put in a chat at the bottom, or on our social media, Anusar Wellness, in YouTube and Facebook. So let's begin. We will look right now at requests, and we have quite a few people are supportive, and they come to us early, putting in their chat, and it makes it easier, and we can work on sometimes 20, 30, 40, or 50 people. So if you can put in your information about your condition, and if you're doing better, worse, or the same, that's really important. And if there are any questions about us fine-tuning our approach for you, because we integrate nutrition, we integrate herbs, light therapies, quantum biology, circadian rhythm or circadian health, all of those things. What is a good symbiotic probiotic? That's the first question. A really good probiotic is from Dr. Ohira, Ohira, I think is the spelling. He has excellent probiotics. When you say symbiotic, if you could give me a little clarification on that. And then we're going to go right to Helpful Human, tap for acid reflux, hiatal hernia, just started the pH balance. Okay, great. So let's do it. We do a 3-part process to be a thorough session, systemically thorough session. That's what we do. So blood flow to the brain, because the brain is the command center for everything, and we all need some oxygen and action in the brain. So let's do it. And welcome, Edna, as always. I hope you're doing better. Red light therapy, we've talked about before, especially. Welcome back, Happy Mama. Excellent blood results. You got this, kid. You're doing great. You got a handle on all of this, Happy Mama. Helpful stranger, calm settler, kind stranger. Ferris, good to see you. Benevolent settler. We'll tap for your mom, Kristen. Fancy Legend, Tracy. Prebiotic and probiotic. Oh, I see what you're saying. There are some specific ones. I would look for the company Garden of Life, and there is Life Extensions that has, I think, prebiotics and probiotics. But I think the first option I would recommend is Dr. Ohira. We may have talked about that before. And I'll look up, there was a specific company that sold separately prebiotics, probiotics. There are actually even things called postbiotics as well. And Nick, your prostate 2.34 to 2.74, that's just a mathematical increase. I don't think that's a physical thing that's going on. For sure, that's just 0.3% change. But, yep, we'll keep an eye on it. So let's hear about your questions and all these different things. Blood flow to the brain command points. Brain stem command point. So this is how we initialize the nervous system, the bioelectrical communication, the endocrine system, the biochemical communication, and the circulation of all those things in GV17, our CRV point, cardiac, respiratory, and vasculatory center. And Charlie, are you there? I sense that you're here today. And blood flow and nerve flow, and let's work on Chris and Tracy, endometrial and peritoneal, lung and liver cancer. So let's work on inflammation. L1 to L5, S1 to S5, endometrial, peritoneal, lung and liver, T3 and T8, and T9, right side. For ascites, definitely castor packs. Oxygen protocol for all cancers for everyone. Phrenic nerve, lung 1, lung 2, and CV17. Red blood count, fatigue, abdominal pain. I would definitely check your copper levels, your vitamin D levels, your iron levels, and your inflammation markers. For Chris. And abdominal pain, CV4. You could use a castrol pack, or you could use these types of things from the Bella Blur Natural Pain Relief salves. And they also have DMSO. This is DMSO. This is their great product called Mag Bomb. Magnesium, DMSO, and castor oil cream. What could be better? Abdominal pain. You're welcome, Chris. T1 to T8. The nerve flow to the abdominal area, lumbosacral plexus. T9 left side, stomach. And also, Tracy, for prebiotics, of course, that's fiber. So eat a high fiber diet. You can naturally boost your prebiotics and boost your microbiome. So let's work on rickets osteoporosis, which is a craniosacral approach for bones, bone marrow, blood count, also for Chris as well, and for perfect blood for Momashari. Crystal Palace in the brain. command points of the Crystal Palace, craniosacral fluid, also the glymphatics, TV17, interface, C1 to C7, T1 to T12. And let me know how you're doing, Chris. And for Chris, another idea, look up the baking soda wrap of that woman from Australia. What's her name? She's the naturopath from Australia. O'Neill, Barbara O'Neill. Look up her video for a wrap, a baking soda towel heated wrap. That would be great for you. And we're working on rickets, which is T1. And then we're continuing lumbar 1 to 5, sacrum 1 to 5, tailbone 1 to 4 for the bones, bone marrow, and osteoporosis. So there's a great product called Grow Bone from Garden of Life, I think it is. In addition, take vitamin D and liquid silica and vitamin C. Kidney left stone, Chanca Piedra. Let's work on that. L2, yes, kidneys. For Tracy. T1 for the bones and rickets. L2, left side for the kidney stone, and lumbosacral plexus for constipation. So for constipation, lumbosacral plexus, and the colon cleanse from globalhealing.com. Real simple, easy to do at home, non-invasive. EBV, there is an EBV tincture from Pure Formulas. Immune support, T1 to T8. So chime in and say hi, everyone. Keep the conversation going. Oh, frozen again. Frozen. Oh, should have rebooted. I don't know why this keeps happening. Okay, I'm just going to get some information so that we can make this better. I don't know why it's happening every week now. You can hear me, but you can't see me. I am frozen. It is very cold here. No doubt. So Charlie is recommending Alpha Human. Lisa, do you have any other conditions or issues, Lisa? In addition to the acid reflux, do you have any cancer issues or any of that other stuff? So the other thing is apple cider vinegar for acid reflux, pH adjust for acid reflux. And believe it or not, when you have acid reflux, eat an apple. That may resolve it right away, but listen to Charlie. He knows what he's talking about. Glutamine will cool down and calm your gut, just like aloe vera juice. Lisa, Helpful Human. So let's continue. Still frozen, everyone? Soft palate muscle strength. So what do you see? Do you see me on a beach in the Caribbean or just frozen with the doll, with my black and white jacket? Is that correct? Does everybody see the black and white jacket? So let's work for Edna. Soft palate muscle strength. So I need to reboot before doing this each time. In fact, I'm going to try to release some memory right now. Blood flow, nerve flow, T1 to T12. Okay, see if we can free up some memory. Tell me if this will improve it. Oh yeah, I've got it open up twice. Wow. Okay, so that should free up a ton of memory for you guys. I'm hoping. Let me know if the freezing stops. So the black and white jacket. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. Damn. Darn. Everything looks correct. So I will work. But anyway, you can see my face. So that's, you're connecting to me through the morphic field of Tongren. And you can hear my voice, which is where we are in space and time. So it will work. Hiatal hernia, by the way, you can do that with a chiropractic adjustment. I did it for my mom. There is a way to fix that with a manipulation, hiatal hernia. Now let's continue on with Edna and then Happy Mama. Blood flow to the brain. Let me know if it unfroze. Command points of the brain and brain stem. So we work on the plexus nerves for Edna, lumbosacral plexus for the arms and hands, for your husband's thyroid nodules, definitely a castor oil pack. There are ready-made ones. For the thyroid. And then the lumbosacral plexus for the legs, ankles, and feet. We want to be complete for you, Edna. Ouch point for the hands and the feet. Give it some extra energy, especially for left drop foot. So again, lumbosacral plexus for the left foot drop. MS, T1 to T8. C6, C7, thyroid for your husband. And the hole in your granddaughter's heart. Is the hole in your granddaughter's heart causing any issues? Because the body will work around. It will be a hole. It won't bother anything. And she should be fine. So you might not have to even worry about it. But let me know if it's actually causing any issues, such as growth, changes, and how old she is and stuff like that. If you give me more information on that again, Edna, I'd appreciate it. And again, Happy Mama. A round of applause for Happy Mama. Excellent blood results. Perfect blood. We worked on the craniosacral fluid and perfect blood. We'll work on T1, T3 for the lymph, garbage collection, T1 to T8. Here's a question for everyone. About how many times do you do Tongren online in a week? Love to hear from you. I hope everybody's doing Charlie's class, Jacqueline's class, and maybe doing one of Tom's classes. So including me, how many times do you do it in a week? Love to hear that. Chi for Lara for balanced hormones, GB20, 22, hypothalamus, pituitary, GB13, right side. Much abundance in Tong, connecting to our two cells for true abundance, which is the expansion of our heart of compassion. Unlimited capacity. And we work for Evan for inflammation, T1 to T8. And more abundance, GB13 right side, and in Tong third eye. And let's continue. See if we got any communications. 4 of 5. Great. Tracy, great to hear it. Still frozen. Spring coming soon. She's 4. So I knew somebody that lived their whole life with a hole in their heart. So many different things. The body will work around it. Does it manifest? I'm speaking with Radiant Earthling regarding the daughter. No issues, which means the heart has found its way with the new configuration. So there's no issues with the rhythms, all those different things. So it sounds, which is good news. We'll continue to tap for it to strengthen it energetically. Happy to do that. I look fine, but I'm perfectly still. I'm always fine when I'm perfectly still. So thank you very much. 10 watching on YouTube. Let's check it out. Nope, nobody is. Okay, so Helpful Human, you have no cancer but IBS. So definitely look into aloeanswers.com for cooling aloe vera juice. We may have talked about that before. So in addition to the glutamine, which will be fixing stuff, the aloe vera juice will also be fixing stuff and cooling stuff as well. So I think that's a good combination of those two for you. All right, let's continue on. Okay, Helpful Human, always listen to what Charlie says. And then Helpful Stranger, please tap for healthy heart for Isaac and a decrease in mucus and congestion. A great tip for decrease in mucus and congestion. I just ordered it because everybody's getting this lingering mucus thing, is mullein extract. Organic, ideally organic, wild harvested mullein, alcohol-free extract, or even mullein, MULEIN tea. And then for lung congestion and lung clearing, NAC. That's an abbreviation. That's an acronym. NAC. So let's continue on. Ellen, awesome to see you. We'll get something set up for you. Blood flow to the brain for Isaac, Paul, Ellen, GV 1920, 21, 22. So an update on SEACT, one of my main recommendations. Some people are afraid of estrogenic activity for it. It is actually good for breast cancer in that it reduces the overall net strong agonist activity of estrogen, but it does do a subtle amount to actually help with menopause. So I still don't, I looked deeply into it, and still the SEAC 8-herb blend looks tremendous. There are some concerns and valid concerns that if it creates any estrogenic activity, it's bad. But estrogen is a strong agonist. This is a weak agonist. Therefore, if you did them both at the same time, there would be a weaker activation compared to the stronger activation, and so less estrogenic action, less DNA, basically triggering of the DNA to do stuff. So far, I have another round. So let's work on the mucus. T3, the lymph. C3, the sinuses. T1 to T8, inflammation and congestion. Good sleep. Sun gazing will set your sleep-wake cycles. Watching the sun first thing in the morning will set your sleep-wake cycles. Otherwise, adaptogenic herbs like ashwagandha. Order some melon extract, organic, wild harvested mullein tincture. I've ordered some for people here myself. The Intang third eye for sleep. Sleep is organized by your sleep-wake cycles. Therefore, at night, turn out all lights. Sleep without electronic devices. Cover your eyes. Possibly add an earthing mat to your bed, and your sleep can improve very much. That's a quantum biology lifestyle, circadian health lifestyle. Healing from tonsil cancer, C3, 4, and 5. Blessings to you as well, helpful stranger. C3, 4, and 5 from the back. Throat chakra from the front. Definitely throat, thyroid, parathyroid kind of castor oil pack, big time. With the poke root castor oil. And I always read this, what it says on the label. Historically used for cysts, tumors, swollen lymph, cystic acne. Organic ingredients, poke root, and castor oil. Can't get much better than that. I actually sell some on my site. my website too. Thank you for joining, Paul and Francis. And let's work some more for Ellen Murphy. E. Murphy, sorry, I read your name out loud. I broke the code, but I don't think it's a problem. Ellen, poor digestion, glutamine, aloe vera juice, gut dysbiosis, CV4. Want to boost mitochondria, which means you want to clean out the mitochondria to allow good things and charge to go in. That would be electrolytes. That would be clay or binders, and boosting the immune system with exercise, healing infections, T1 and T8. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1 for Ellen. Let's do some more CV4 for Ellen. Or E. Murphy, sorry. Boost mitochondria. Charge. Electrolytes. Transmembrane charge. Red light therapy. Easy water, increasing charge. Binders, clays, detox, and sea vegetables for electrolytes, again, for charge. Grounding for liver 3 and kidney 1. Am I still frozen? I know it's wintertime, but enough is enough. I am moving. Woohoo! Oh, not now. I thought I cleared up all the memory stuff. Get a reboot before each time. Oops, not now. 5 times a week. Oh, that's good to know. Frozen. I have my heater on. All right. I promise I will solve this problem. I apologize for the difficulty. And she's 4 for the granddaughter with the hole in the heart. No issues. She won't have any issues going forward. The body will adapt. That's her baseline. If there are no heart rhythm, pulse, bioelectricity problems, she'll grow out of, maybe even go out of the hole in her heart. I know people that have gone to adults with it. It's just different. Okay. I look fine, but I'm perfectly still. That is my best look, perfectly still. Okay. Combination of prebiotics and probiotics. Send me a link to what you're looking at. I think there are some that I found before that have prebiotics, probiotics, and postbiotics, but the O'Hara one that I recommended will have fiber. It's from sea vegetables as well, and it will naturally be a natural prebiotic. They might even have a separate prebiotic. In fact, I think they do. O'Hara, Dr. O'Hara from Japan. Okay, so let's work for kind stranger next. Catherine. Comment ça va? Vous étiez en vacation? Oui. Je suis heureux avoir votre return. My name is Lucier. I should be able to speak with a better accent. But anyway, let's continue on. Macular degeneration, edema in legs, and gimpy right knee. Let's work on that. Blood flow to the brain. Macular degeneration. So this is what I'm using myself for eyes. DMSO and castor oil in my eye. An incredible blend. It's all about the inner terrain and the microbiome. Blood flow, nerve flow, so for the eyes, C3, blood flow, facial artery. And let's do a complete lymph tune-up. So 6 parts for the lymph of the neck, axillary lymph, inguinal lymph, spleen, the largest lymph node of the body, T7, left side. So I had a massage therapist in a class. What he would do for edema, he would have the person face down, bending at the knee with the leg up, and pushing the edema up towards the knee from the ankle. So what I do for a gimpy right knee or a challenging right knee, I would put on castor oil and red light. I think you're doing that as well. Also check your hip alignment because that can mess up your knee. I hope it wasn't just the rebounding trauma, but if it's tendons, helichrysum essential oil with castor oil will be good. If it's inflammation, castor oil and cayenne pepper, or in general, castor oil and frankincense for the knee, and heat. Those are essential oils, herbs. So what is French for you're welcome? I can't remember. Catherine, can you help me out with that? How do you say you're welcome in French? You can say it in Chinese, but not in French. So let's work specifically on the legs for edema. That would be with the IT band. I think that would be a good option. So for the knee, stomach 36. Spleen 6 also for the edema draining down. Sun Yin Jiao, 3 meeting of Yin. Okay, great to see you, Catherine. And Faris, you are next, and Benevolent Settler. For everyone, there is a very targeted red light therapy called the Torch from Soleil, SOLEILWELL.com, from an excellent source, very targeted red light therapy. Sometimes you can put it up the nose, sometimes you can put it on the specific area, but they also sell panels and a beautiful mat. I have one with Velcro. I use that also for my knee, Catherine. Works great. So let's continue. Let me get something real quick. Tap for your mother, arrhythmias. So GB1921, Paris. Thank you for joining. Constipation, global healing, colon cleanse. And what's going on with the spine in particular? Let's work on C1 to S5 for the entire spine. I would put castor oil on the whole spine or magnesium oil on the whole spine. And of course, eyesight, C3 for the eyes, ouch point for the eyes, facial artery for the eyes. And benevolent settler, thank you for joining us. Unfortunately, the Arctic blast continues and I am frozen, even with my jacket. So let's work on your mother, Kristen, anaplastic thyroid cancer, C6, C7, castor pack on the thyroid would be perfect. Spread to the lungs, T3, so C6, C7, T1, 2, 3. In Tong, third eye, CB13, right side. Help mentally, emotionally, for hospice, for everyone. And grounding to liver 3 and kidney 1. And next we have Fancy Legend. These are funny names. As always, yes, if you have cancer, you don't do glutamine. If you have IBS, use glutamine. Charlie is right. Glutamine is a cancer fuel. Your daughter doesn't seem to have issues. She'll grow out of it. She'll be fine. If the heart is functioning properly with the whole, it'll become less and less important as you grow older. But we will focus on it because we want to feed it energy. Because even with the hole there, the entire heart is a whole, a holographic, energetic whole. And we want to work on supporting that. Just like when you have a leaf removed from a tree, the tree near the leaf still has the full energetic frame of the quickly. Okay, I am unfrozen, normal now. I unfreed space, so let me know if I'm still unfrozen, which is great. Okay, and let's answer some questions right here. The chiropractic adjustment for the hiatal hernia. I'll tell you what I did and find a chiropractor that does a hiatal hernia. Where are you located, helpful human? I'll explain it. Imagine the belly button. You go above the belly button to the side of the hiatal hernia. You push in deeply. You push down to the belly button, and then you push hard to the right to release the hiatal hernia with a hand. I've done it for my mom. True story. She went into the emergency room with so much pain in her back. We tried everything for her back, and we couldn't resolve her back pain, which is kind of like general back, not just lumbar vertebra. And then we brought her into the hospital. And then I looked at her medical report, and the last line was like hiatal hernia. So when I got her home, I had an associate in New York. He taught me how to do it. I did it to her. Pain gone forever. So that's very kind of you, Tracy. You're normal now. I've been waiting for that for my whole life. So that's okay. Specific chiropractors know how to do it. There are other ways to do it, such as, but do it with the consultation of your chiropractor. But if you fill up your belly with water and jump off a chair, don't do it unless you talk to the chiropractor. Then it will put pressure and pop the hiatal hernia back in. But that's a specific formula and procedure. You need to discuss that with a chiropractor. Okay, the name of the castor oil blend for the eyes. That's from a company called, a brilliant company. Bella Blur Naturals. I've spoken with them. They are great for the castor oil products. Magbomb is brilliant. Magbomb Extra Strength is even more brilliant. So let's continue. Sunny Gem, we will not miss you ever. We'll make sure you're included. So you still have SIBO. Why do you think that is still after all this time, Sunny Gem? You still have SIBO. It will create severe cognitive dysfunction for sure. It is an infection. But from a Tongren perspective, let's work on the mold, smoke, and chemical causing sinus and lung infections, liver health, SIBO, and severe cognitive function. So let's do it. I just want to do a quick check-in for Catherine and everyone else. Is Seed a good company? If I recall, I think it is a very good company. If it's organic, ideally wild harvested herbs, globalhealing.com is an excellent company. They do spiregic processing, non-alcohol, biophotonically charged. Sunny Gem, you said you're exposed to mold and smoke and chemicals. That's the cause of your hypothyroidism. Or two known causes, you are correct. Two known causes, absolutely. You can work on it nutritionally with high dose, with not like dosing for iodine, castor oil pack on the thyroid, sea vegetables, and what we're going to do now, C6, C7 hypothyroidism, which is underactive thyroid. C6, C7, thyroid, parathyroid. Let's work on the thyroid, the pituitary, thyroid stimulating hormone. Maybe that's short. TSH, has that been low in your tests, Sunny Gem? TSH, which is basically telling the thyroid to stimulate so much hormone. If that is deficient, that will give a memory of insufficiency to your thyroid. So detox, T1 to T8. Catherine, êtes-vous ici? C3, sinuses, T3, lungs, T1 to T8, infections. Liver health, castor oil packs on the liver, ground zero. I would alternate castor oil packs on the liver, castor oil packs on the abdomen, almost every other day for a couple of weeks. That will help a lot. I mean, a real lot. Put in a link for the product you're looking for, Tracy, and I can take a look at it while we're here. Cognitive dysfunction, three blood supplies to the brain. Carotid artery, vertebral artery, occipital artery. It seems I am unfrozen. The Arctic blast has moved on. We've had a heat wave, the weather in the 30s. Wow. T1 to T8, anti-inflammation, detox. T4 for the skin, T9 for the liver, detox. I would definitely work on clay, as I may have mentioned before. T1 to T8. Vagus nerve, the sympathetic nervous system regulator for everyone. CV4 for the charge, lower dantian for everyone. And good luck with all that, Sunny Gem. It's good to know that I'm normal now. You have mold, hypothyroidism. Okay, pain, right side, neck. See herniations at C4, 5, 6, and 7. Immune, inflammation, and stress. Lynn, yes. Yeah, drop a link for the symbiotic probiotic. I'm not sure what that one is, but I can actually review it while we're here online. It sounds good. Makes sense. So let's work with pain, right side. Where on the right side, Lynn, is your pain? Okay. Okay, I'm just going to add some information to the chat. Okay. All right. And let's continue on with, we are here, finishing up. Blood flow to the brain. Command points of the brain. Pain, right side of the neck. Magnesium chloride oil would be a good option, or Mag Bomb from that company. I put the link in there. TAPS Pain Relief. C1 to C7 for the neck. Herniations. So if you got herniations, definitely increase your water intake and make it electrolyte-rich water. Symbiotic. Let's take a look. This is good information for everyone. See, probiotic plus prebiotic, clinically proven to relieve bloating, gas, and irregularity. Looks great. Let's see what the ingredients are. The ingredients, this is for the symbiotic. It has spore-based probiotics. It has the heavy hitters, Plantarum, Rhamnosus, lactic acid, lactobacillus, Alkasay. It looks like a great blend, and in addition, it has a cardiovascular health probiotics, dermatologic health probiotics, micronutrient synthesis probiotic blend. It looks excellent. That is a great product. Thank you for sharing that. Really appreciate it. Where am I? There we are. Stream. We are in StreamYard, and we are the weekly. Yes, Tracy, that's an excellent blend, because she's talking about a link to a product. But everybody needs to understand there is a network of microbiomes in the body for the heart, the prostate, the reproductive area, the lungs. And they all speak with the gut, and there is a gut-brain axis that starts it, and the brain starts with the circadian rhythms of the sun. So that's the whole network of how the body works. And shoulder, what is the shoulder? Lynn, what was the question? Arm, oh, okay. Oh, I see. Arm, clavicle, ribs, armpit. Yep, let's do it. Let's do the ouch points. Arm, clavicle, ribs, arm, and pit. How did all that happen? They are connected with the nerves to C4, 5, 6, and 7. So maybe that's it. So remember the discs. Even if you have herniations, if you plump up those discs by drinking more water, they will be a better sponge for C4 to 5, 6, and 7. Sounds like 2 herniations, C4, 5, C6, 7. But let's work directly on that ouch point and drink more water, and always, all water should have electrolytes in it. That's number one rule. T1 to T12 for all that pain, immune system, and inflammation. Stress, GB13, GB12, and GB13 for stress. And grounding for everyone. Like lemon. Lemon water? Oh, yes, absolutely. Lemon water, but always rinse your teeth afterwards. There's a great product called pH Adjust. But it's even better to take a dash of sea salt and put it in there to electrolyze, activate, and charge your water. So let's work a little bit on the outer point for the shoulder. See, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 for Lynn for your nerves. Compression injury at PT. Oh no, really? At PT? They're supposed to be helping you. So you went to PT for the C4 and 5, 6, and 7 compression, and then you have a herniation, and then they crashed your shoulder? Sorry to hear that. They should give you a lifetime of free PT. But definitely electrolytes for your water. There's a company called Beam Minerals, which has the best electrolytes next to Quinton Isotonics. So we are complete. And we will clear arm, right arm, clavicle, ribs, and armpit for sure. We'll do a lymph tune-up for everyone again, 6 parts. The neck, the axillary lymph, and the inguinal lymph. Okay, so let's do some Qigong for everyone. How's everybody doing? Neck. So they hit your neck. Sorry to hear that. Where are you located, Lynn? I know an excellent PT in Massachusetts that is also a yoga instructor and cranial psychotherapist. What could be better than that? Coconut water has electrolytes, yes, but it's not enough for what you need it for. It's good to rehydrate. Excuse me. But I would look up Beam Minerals, 2-pack, Quinton. Excuse me. So those are options. You definitely need liquid in general to make the discs higher, plumper, to support those vertebrae. Even though they're herniated, they could flow back to the normal position. And then electrolytes and charges we talk about all the time. Tongren is a type of charge, but quantum biology or circadian quantum biology is another way to do that. So let's do the tone, and you are on your way, ladies and gentlemen. And just put in the chat, the freezing stopped. I think I found the cause. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Hope to see you next week. We will meet every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Put in your questions and requests. We are teaching Tongren Masterclass coming up February 21. We look forward to seeing if you have any knowledge of Tongren at all, you can jump into the Masterclass. Pretty much anybody on this call. And we can give a discount for our Tongren Thursday night people as well. So that is to teach Tongren in a 4-hour on Zoom workshop. And we are now in the middle of a free trial for our community. So anybody that's interested in just checking out our community, go to community.anusarawellness.com. And I'm sorry, let me get the link for community. Sign up now. Here's a link, and you can just hang out in the community for free. Look around for 14 days upon the time that you sign up. Normal now. Yep, I think I know what it is. It's I have a couple of Word projects open. I closed them both, and now I'm not frozen. I guess that explains it. So again, thank you very much. People interested in Tongren, Tui Na in Massachusetts or New England. The Masterclass coming up on Thursday. Free open house for the community. Hang out, come in, hang out and say hi. There's the link. Go for it. And you'll see that we have the points to ponder training videos. We have the remedies section with specific protocols for specific holistic protocols. We have products, which are advanced products like these castor oil products. And we have live sessions, Q&A, presentations. We have live sessions where we present an advanced topic. And then we have a Q&A session where we hear from all of you to get your feedback. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Sorry to hold you up late, everyone. Have a great day. Blessings to you all. Fast healing. And keep in touch. Anything I can do to help, research, figure out, I'm here for you. I want to help you all out.